Assalamu alaikum everybody, good evening. How are you? I can see too many. I like to see this. Manali Ami again, where have you left last time? Sarah Nu'man and Abdullah Noor, he just left. And Ryan, how are you? And Ibrahim Liafi, the smart student. How is everybody? If you can hear me, type 1 so we can go. And also here comes Mawadda. She was here also last time. How are you, Mahada? Please type 1 if you can hear me. All right, I'm fine if you're asking. And good to see you again, Ryan. And maybe we still need to wait. Lina, she's coming soon. And hello, Sarah Nu'man. How are you? Wa alaikum salam. And here's Amatullah, how are you? Please type 1 if you can hear me. You've been enjoying the rain, right? So most of you did not come last night. All right. Yes, you're the only Amatullah here. Anyway, let's get to a lesson, and it is, as you can see, it's a reading lesson. All right. So I guess you need to use your microphones. Our objectives for this lesson actually is taken from 3 books. I have always to remind you that we're working from Traveler 3, Flying High, and Mega Go 3. So now let's see the objective for our lesson, which is, there is no unit. I was just saying this, Sarah. It's a collection of the 3 books. Now our objectives for this lesson tonight is to give students practice in reading for gist, and also talking about heroes and heroic actions. So we're going to try to practice some reading, and we need to use your microphones. And also when we practice reading, we're going to learn a story, or we're going to learn also some new vocabulary. All right. Now for a gist, when I say for, and also I told you, here comes Lena. How are you, Lena? So we can give a practice for reading for a gist. Gist means the core. All right, so we can read something and look for the core of it. All right, look for the whole idea of a lesson or a paragraph or any reading. Okay, and then we've been talking, or we have talked a lot about heroes and heroic actions in the previous lesson. So we're going to continue more about heroes. Okay, so now who's ready? Who's ready can stand up. You don't like to stand up, right? Some of you are laying in the bed or on the ground, or good. So we can call this electronic sport. Okay. Thank you, Medda, for Arabic. Okay, ready, go. So heroes, we talked a lot about heroes, and now we have different point of view from last night. Okay. We have different view of heroes. So when we say the word heroes, actually, we remember some words like what? When you hear the word hero, you remember what? What first comes to your mind? Batman, Superman, Iron Man, Spider-Man. I know you say this. What else? Actually, these are, or firemen, okay. If you were there last night here in this lesson, we have always remembered that when we hear the word hero, we remember battle, soldiers, blood, death, a fight, and all of this. Actually, most of these, when we talk about heroes, people forget historical heroes or real heroes. They only remember movies, which is quite not true. Heroes in movies are very supernatural, like, Iron Man, Superman, and these are not real. Or sometimes in action movies where they are, very similar to cartoon movies, like Bruce Willis in Die Hard, one man comes with one rifle and he kills 50 people. Or Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan, they can kill 100 people, or, 10 people come and punch them for 3 hours and they don't die. And they use a lot of, iron bars and blocks, and they bleed a lot of blood, but they don't die. And then suddenly they wake up and kill everybody. Okay? So this is really fake, alright? It's not true. Now, we have remembered some heroes, real heroes around us. Can you remind me of some heroes we talked about last night? True heroes, heroes around us. A teacher is a real hero. If you do his job, you will find that he is really a hero. Thank you very much, Ryan. You're also a hero. Doctors who spend a lot of time in the hospital, save lives, okay, and help sick people, and sometimes they do free surgeries. Firemen who expose their lives to save other people's lives, and many firemen die during this. These are real heroes. And also, we talked about your father and your mother. They are the heroes in your life, okay? And also, we remembered Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as a hero who spread light, who spread Islam, and who spread truth, and who spread equality and justice. Also, another kind of hero which I admire, which is Khalid ibn al-Walid, a very brave person, a great warrior, and a man who's, until maybe the late of the 18th century, his battles were taught in Europe for a recent time. And Salah ad-Din and prophets, okay, older siblings, I don't know what you mean, this policemen, also parents. Good, these are the heroes that are around us, and we need to admire them. Amr al-Makta, I don't know about this person. Anyway, let's read. Okay, so when I tell you to read, I want you to remember, whenever we read, there are some questions, and mostly are comprehension questions. So whenever you hear reading, you remember that when you read, to focus on the gist, on the core, because we're going to ask you some questions, all right? And we need to find also some new vocabulary. Okay, possible question. I don't know what you mean. Okay, I don't know what you mean by possible question, Sarah, if you can explain more. So the question, as we see here for the reading on a screen, which is, have you had someone you know ever done a heroic act? You know someone done something heroic in your life? Like who? Sarah, this is the third time I tell you. These are, I don't know, but these are a collection, okay, selections from Megago, Flying High, or The Traveler. Okay? Amatullah, she done something heroically, I don't know what. Can you tell us, Amatullah, about something heroic you did? You saved a 2-year-old boy in a deep pool. So you jumped, risked your life, and you pulled out the little baby from the water. So that is heroic. Good. His mother could not swim. Good. Beautiful, Amatullah. Ryan, you saved a cat. Wonderful. So maybe you saw a little kitten on the street. She was injured or something. So you picked her. You did something to her. Anything heroic? You did nothing heroic, right? Do you think car skidding for boys is a heroic act? Oh, you gave the cat some milk. Good. No, it's not, Lena, right? This is not a heroic thing. This is actually almost like a suicide. This is almost like killing yourself and maybe sometimes killing some innocent people on the road. Some young men think that this is heroic. That is the most stupid thing you can do because you risk your life and other people's life. Good. It's a stupid thing, right? So what is the most heroic act you have ever heard of? Can you tell me something you have ever heard of? You need to tell me stories from your grandmother, stories from your books. You know, my grandmother, we always used to sit next to her, and she's telling us a lot of heroic things for people around it. You don't remember anything heroic somebody did? A story from history or something like this? And let's welcome Mariam Raheli. Yes, you like your grandmother. She knows a lot of heroic stuff. Now, you don't have something on your mind. Okay, I assume you are thinking about something. Ryan, you'd ever heard of something heroic in your life? Walaikum salam, Brahim. You're not participating tonight too much. I don't know. Okay, now let's jump. Hello, Mariam. We said hello to you. Now, we have 3 paragraphs, A, B, and C. Okay? And after reading these, you can think, all right, take your time. You can tell us later. Now, which of the three paragraphs which going? Okay, we're going to have three paragraphs, A, B, C. You can't hear anything. Oh, you can log off. Actually, you can't hear me. Okay, so I'm typing to you. So, which of the three paragraphs is the most suitable as an introductory paragraph to the article? So we're going to read three paragraphs. Now, who wants to read the first one? This is A, and it's about heroes. You know, hero is for a man, it's a masculine, and for a girl, or for a girl like Lena, or for a woman, we call her heroine with an E at the end. Okay, I sent you the microphone, Lena. You can read whenever you. And then we'll go to Ryan for the next one. Okay, go.
Heroes are people. Heroes are people who have done something so brave or good that it has made many people admire them for it. Who do you think of when you hear the word hero? Do you think of mythical heroes or heroical people in history?
Okay, thank you very much.
Heroic
That is
people
beautiful.
in history.
Thank you very much. That's okay. Give her a hand like I did. Clap to her. She's courageous. Actually, mythical, which is our not true people, like, you know, we say like Spider-Man and heroic people in history. Okay? So it's a little bit, actually, most of us, when we say heroes, we remember only superheroes who are in movies. Okay? That is beautiful. Now remember this paragraph. And let's go to B. Alright? Now I want someone to read B and then someone else to read C. I'm going to give B to Ryan. Okay, Ryan, where are you? Alright. I sent you the microphone. Manal, Yami, you don't like to do here a reading. And Amatullah, you promised me to bring a microphone. Okay, Ryan? We can't hear you. You need to turn the mic on. Okay. We can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello? Okay. When most people think of heroes, they imagine super beings with amazing powers. The truth is real heroes are just normal people who live ordinary lives, but they have to face extraordinary situation. What follows are a few examples of such everyday heroes.
Thank you very much. You're a hero too. Give your friend a hand. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you, Ryan. Actually, we have heroes, as we said, that they are normal people. Ordinary. Okay. They say ordinary lives. Okay. Who lives ordinary lives. But they have to face extraordinary or supernatural situations. What I'll follow with a few examples of such everyday heroes. Now, I want another hero or heroine for C. C. Only heroes. Let's see another hero or a heroine. What about Manal or Ibrahim? Amatullah, you can buy a microphone. You told me you're going to get one. I'm sure your English is good. What about Maryam? Mawadda, maybe? No one? You're searching for a microphone, maybe? You're not searching for anything. Yes, we're running out of time. We're running out of time. That's okay. You're not in front of us, all right? You're somewhere where I don't know. You can read us, okay? Okay, I'll read that. Okay, it's my turn, so I can be a hero. I like it. All right. If you had to describe a hero you admire, who would you choose? You can choose me, no problem. What kind of people are heroes, and what makes people admire them? They are great courage. They are very brave. Unusual strength. Impressive. Intelligence are just a few characteristics that can be used to describe heroic people. And this is what we said at the beginning. When we remember heroes, we only remember Spider-Man, people who have supernatural powers, but we always forget the real and the true people around us or in history, or people who did something good for all of us. Now, another reading. And we have the one highlighted in the yellow, so that's crawled out. It means you know to crawl on your hands. Thank you for clapping for me. Clap to me. Why did you not clap to me? I always clap to you. See, you're very selfish. Okay. Good. Thank you very much. All right. Good. Now, Amatullah, you can clap. And oh, Mr. Falah gave me a star, and I like it. Now, let me tell you more about Super Dad that saves a child. Okay? I'm going to read this for you now because we also have more reading. In one incredible story, Andy Clemens saved his 4-year-old child after he got stuck under a huge bookcase. When the earthquake began, Mr. Clemens told reporters the bookcase started shaking. The tremors quickly increased, and the bookcase shook more and more violently. Suddenly, it fell over, and Tommy got stuck under it. I could see that he couldn't breathe. The bookcase was so heavy, I don't know how I did it. I was not thinking. I just lifted it with all my strength, and he crawled out. Okay, just like a snake, he crawled out. Did this father have superpowers of strength? It seems that his love for his child was his strength. Okay? Now remember, we're going to have some questions about this. Super Dad saves a child. Now who's going to read number 2? Lone man, a lonely man, one man survives crash unharmed. Everybody died, but he remained alive. But just give this to Ryan. Ryan, where are you? I don't find your name. Okay, where are you? Let's welcome Shahid Al-Harbi. Thanks for joining us. Please come on time. Next time, Ryan, you can read this.
Lonely man survives a crash unharmed. Unharmed. Samir Attar survived a trouble train crash and walked away the only survivor. What's more surprising than that is the fact that he got off the train completely unharmed. I never pressed it very easily, he said when he was asked about how he survived. At first, the train wasn't moving very fast, but then it started going faster. When it reached top speed, it was the fastest train I have ever been on. The crash came without writing. His father was worried. His father was as astonished as everyone else. I am realized that Samir is safe and sound, he said with a smile. Was Samir a superhero? In this case, he was just very lucky.
Beautiful, thank you very much. Clap to your friend. Okay, claps to the hero tonight, which is Ryan. We got a lot of words here, alright? Unharmed. Okay, there was a train accident, train crash. He left unharmed. He was not even bruised. He was not even had a cut. So he was totally safe, and everyone else either died or had some problems. So there's one man survived with no touch at all. So that was really amazing. This is not a superhero, but this is more like a luck, okay? Somehow strange luck. God wanted him to stay alive. Now the third one who's going to read to me, climber survived the worst. Yes, Chad, would you like to read this to me? All right, let's give that to the heroine, Lena. Okay, please read slowly for your friends to understand. Internet.
In a recent report, one climber rescued his friend after the worst avalanche in history. At first we were climbing, and then suddenly we were buried under 10 feet of thick snow, said the climber Marvin Bailey. It was as dark as night. My legs were so numbed for the cold that I couldn't feel them. But I kept calm, and I began to dig myself out of the snow. When I finally reached the top, I searched for and found John. He was unconscious when I pulled him out. He was as white as a sheet, but fortunately he was still alive. That was the most frightening moment of my entire life. Was it has courage and determination that made Marvin Bailey a hero. Perhaps it was just his dares to live and to help a friend which freed him for the snow.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Very nice. Okay. Thank you very much. Now, we have some words here. Let's just focus on the one. Numb, with a silent D at the end. Numb, it means when you can't feel. This is called numb. Okay? Sometimes if you sit for a long time on your leg and you cannot stand it, you say, I can't feel it. It's numb. I feel it's numb. An entire life, it means my whole life. My entire life, it means my whole life. Okay, thank you, Shad. Okay. Ibrahim, can you still hear us? Good. Now let's move on to ask questions about this. Now read the article again and answer the questions. Write the correct letter for A, S. A for Andy, S for Samir, and M for Marvin. Okay? M for Marvin. Andy, the first person, who what? That's okay, Ibrahim. If you can hear us, I don't know, you can log off and come back and log in. Okay? Who saved the child? Yes, Mawadda, excellent. Who saved his own child. And S for Samir, who survived from a train crash. And Marvin, who was trapped under ice in an avalanche full of quick ice and saved his friends. Okay. Thank you, Amatullah. She's a second teacher here. Now, which person, number one, which person survived a natural disaster? What, right? An M, me, Mustafa, maybe? M, which is, yes, Marvin, who had an avalanche of snow. Two, actually did nothing heroic. Someone who did nothing heroic. Yes, Samir, that's right. Because Samir only survived because he had strange luck or great luck. Now, who cannot explain how they managed to do what they did? And you have to, they, because you have two people. It could be for Andy because he didn't know what to manage. He was not thinking, so he saved his child. And also it could be Marvin, who helped his friends under ice. Okay? Helped his friends under ice. More now for M and S and A, who had never been so frightened in their life. Had never been so frightened in their life. Amatullah, it could be all of them. I agree with you, but, you know, Marvin, the guy who's a snow, said he was not before frightened, but that was the most scary or frightened moment in his life. Okay? That is first. And then second, we don't know about Andy and his child and Samir. Because what happened to Samir and Andy was very quick, like, you know, car crash, train crash, or that one. Now, 5, who was in an accident in which no one else survived? Yes, Amatullah and Lina, thank you, good. Samir, S, whatever. Who pulled someone to safety? Andy, he pulled his child under the heavy bookshelf, and he crawled out, and he put it into safety. Now, let's ask this question. How did Andy's son get stuck under the bookcase? How did he get stuck under the bookcase? How? You don't have strong memory. I told you. Whenever we have reading, we're going to come back and ask questions. Amatullah, good. There was an earthquake, so the earthquake shook the bookshelf or the bookcase, and it fell on the little child, and the child was trapped under it, and then his father came and pulled it all over and helped his son to crawl out. So the bookcase started shaking because of the terrible earthquake, and then it fell, and Andy's son got trapped under it. Then his father came, Andy, and helped his son to crawl out. 2, was Samir badly injured because of the train accident? Amatullah, thank you very much. No, Samir was not hurt at all. He was not unharmed at all. Nothing happened to him. And that was almost like a miracle, okay? So was Samir badly? No, not at all. He got off the train without the slightest injury. So there was no injury at all. No injury at all. Now, you can see the answer. I don't know how did this come. All right. Now, what was the result of the climbers being caught in an avalanche? They were buried under 10 feet of thick ice. They were buried under 10 feet of thick ice. Sorry, snow. Sorry. Okay, good. Now you can catch me. All right. So, all right. Actually, it could be both. It could be ice or snow. Or, that's okay. Yeah, I know ice is solid, but you know when snow falls and it stays there on the ground for maybe, you know, in the North Pole and the South Pole for maybe 10 years or 20 years, actually it's not snow. We call it ice. All right. Anyway. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Now, okay, you give me a science lesson. Okay, good. Anyway, you have to remember the word avalanche, because avalanche means a quick fall of ice or snow. Like if you are skiing on ice, okay, we don't say skiing on snow. Anyway, let's say we're skiing on ice or snow. Suddenly, all the snow starts to shake, and you can see an avalanche falling from the mountain. So there's a big mass of ice or snow going down, and you have to survive and run for your life. And run for your life. It's like the fall of rocks from a mountain. It's the same. We call it avalanche. Avalanche. You don't see this in Saudi Arabia, actually. So actually, it's not. You can never have an avalanche of snow. We can have an avalanche of maybe dust or rain or something like this. Anyway, all right, never. That's okay. Now, I want you to remember, because you asked me, yeah, it was raining anyway. This is like all your friends. I have to explain this all the time. We are making selections, parts from Traveler 3, Flying High 3, and Mega Go 3. I am not responsible for the lesson. I do not prepare it. I am just present it. I just read it to you and explain it to you. Anyway, this is English. You don't have to focus on the book. All right? This is not, you cannot cover all the schools, because the schools in Saudi Arabia have, you know, like 100 different books. So you have to cover them all. But we have chosen Traveler 3, Flying High 3, Mega Go 3, because maybe 70% of schools in Saudi Arabia use these books. Use these books. So stop asking me about this, all right? So this is what we do all the time. you are here to learn English, whether from Traveler 3 or Flying High or Make It Go or from anywhere else, it's still English, okay? In English it's the same. That's right, that's right, that's right. Okay, I don't mind if you have a question, but that's okay. I have to remind you and leave you with a voting. You can have this lesson offline. You can download it. You can watch it anytime. I don't know the unit. You can have it anytime. You can watch it, download it. You can have a toll-free number. You can call it. It's free. And a Twitter account, and you can ask a question here. And also you have 24/7 technical support on the website if you like to send an email or something like this. I would like to thank also Manaliani. You're very silent. I don't know. You're just here to watch. Rayyan, the hero, and Ibrahim. Tonight you had some technical problems. I don't know why. And Moadda, thanks for coming here. I still like your name, but I like more if you can participate. Amatullah, the very smart student here. Mariam Mahili, Ichad Al-Harbi. Please do more and write and come on time. Dina, always thank you, the heroine here. Until then, until Wednesday, have a sweet, nice evening, and thank you all for being here, and good night.